Hi guys, are the wheels coming off Nigel Farage's campaign? About a week ago I asked the question, has Reform UK peaked? And it seems they have. Not due to something the Tories or Labour are doing, but the candidates Reform are putting forward are being exposed, and some within Farage's inner circle are sounding more like the National Front or BNP of old. The head of Reform was challenged over this, and he tried to ignore the question. When he couldn't, he engaged in pathetic whataboutism, where he claimed that the Labour candidate for Clacton had made offensive comments. Have a listen.
Would you apologise to the Prime Minister for the appalling racist way that one of your campaigners spoke about Rishi Sunak?
That was horrible.
Do you apologise to the Prime Minister?
It was horrible.
That's not quite an apology, is it?
You can't, how much further can I go? Of course this is an apology. It was horrible. I don't know who this bloke is. Somebody I met once years ago. I mean, awful. Horrible. Horrible. Almost as bad as the Labour candidate in Clacton and his slurs on white people. Have you covered that?
I'm here to focus
No.
on...
Have you covered the Labour? No.
We scrutinise all of the parties and their campaigns. But if you are as appalled by this as you say you are, why are you trying to deflect? Why are you trying to deflect if you are as appalled as you say you are?
Have you covered the racism of the Labour
Because I would like to ask you also about the members of your inner circle, because they've also made homophobic, racist, xenophobic comments. People who have senior roles in your campaign in Clacton.
I will drink white men's tears. I'm standing for black and Asian people, not pretty.
He sounds just like Trump. Don't know the guy, never met him maybe once, don't know who he is. Awful comments, won't apologise to Rishi Sunak about it, of course. Nigel Farage doesn't seem to understand what an apology is. Notice also the weird noises he was using when he was answering or responding to the question. Then, of course, redirecting the conversation away from Reform UK towards the Labour Party. Cowardly behaviour. Now, away from this, Farage is playing a dangerous political game. On the one hand, he probably doesn't mind racists and bigots in his party. He probably sees all this as publicity, and in his eyes, there's no such thing as the bad type. However, while pandering to the worst element in society, he may win votes and he may even win seats, but he's making his own personal crusade of taking over the Conservative Party more and more difficult. Because he's going to turn off a lot of people that he would need on board in order to position himself in a place to take over the Conservative Party. Like, there are crazies who are happy with the toxic rhetoric of Suella Braverman and Robert Jenrick, but if Farage is seen to embrace the likes of the BNP or the National Front or people like that, well, he may have gone too far for most Conservatives. Remember, in the Conservative Party, the members are more extreme than the MPs. And Farage has been welcomed before, but the more extreme he becomes, or the more welcoming he is to extremists in his party for this general election, this may turn off a significant number of people who may like the idea of Farage on board because he's a good campaigner, but may not be willing to embrace his toxic friends. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.